What's up? What's good? What's going on? It's your boy Jay Craft with the Texas Eagles podcast coming at you with another episode. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the Super Bowl rematch and how we won and was able to pull off the victory in their backyard, and which was the most viewed game this weekend, and also how the Chiefs are still crying, trying to rev everybody up about the tush push when they fail to mention their same infractions on the same play. So, also going to mention the play of the week and also how we can improve on the offense and defense going forward as we face the Rams next week. But without further ado, let's hear a word from the fans from Houston, Texas at Patterson Park. Yes, yes, my people. If you're ever in Houston, Texas on a weekend during football season, you got to go by Patterson Park. I almost said Prospect Park, but yeah, go by there too, Prospect Park as well. And 5015. Shout out to my boy Steve Rogers. But you got to go by Patterson Park. It is amazing. We also call it the Eagles Nest, where all the Eagles fans all over Texas, all over Houston, come there to watch the game. They have two stories, upstairs, downstairs, Eagles fans everywhere, and that was just a regular game. But I mean, during the playoffs, it'd be even wall to wall packed. So definitely go by Patterson Park if you're in Houston. But let's talk about the keys to victory, which I think the keys to victory to me was the turnover battle. And in any game, you win a turnover battle and you control the clock with long extended drives, you win the game. I can see Jalen Hurts is continuing from last year. After the bye, he was more cognizant of his turnovers because it was starting to build up. And he went on a streak of no turnovers and still winning games, extending the plays, extending third downs. You know how we extend the third down in shorts and in the fourth in shorts. We going for the tush push. Which, speaking of the tush push, I can't believe the Chiefs are crying about not getting the calls from the referees. Can you imagine the Chiefs crying about the refs not getting the calls their way? That is crazy. Which they've enjoyed years of getting calls that, just like the James Bradbury uh, slight tug on his jersey during the Super Bowl. You don't make that call, and the ball went sailed out of bounds. It was uncatchable, and they're gonna call that. So it cost us the Super Bowl. But hey, shouldn't have did it. But hey, still, you don't make that call. But I can't imagine the Chiefs still crying. And Chris Jones, I can't believe his big, old, gigantic 300 pound self sitting up here crying, talking about we jumped off sides. Okay, yeah, they did. The guards did jump once, but also every time we ran the play, every time they was already automatically lined up off sides. Their hands and their helmets was over the ball. They were trying to get any inch they could to stop it. And they, if I'm not mistaken, the first time they ran the tush push, Chris Jones got called and they told him to back up. They got called for offsides. So how dare you talking about we jumped one time and trying to make it like it happened every time? It did not. It happened that one play. It did. But also, you look at your man trying to punch the ball out the center's hand before he even snapped it, and he missed. But still, talk about what you did as well instead of talking about, trying to rev everybody up. So I'm glad y'all lost in the fashion y'all did. And I'm glad that my quarterback checked you and put you in your place, talking about he didn't throw for 100 yards. He didn't need to throw for 100 yards. We won the game. Shut up. So, hey, that was my keys to the victory is you control the clock, you control the turnovers, and what was some momentum killers for them is when they went for it on 4th and 1 and didn't get it. That was a momentum drive killer. And also the interception, which was the play of the game, and also put Andrew McCouba as the Toyota Player of the Week. Because now it might just be me, but I think he done took the job. With that play, he is the definitely starting over Sidney Brown in that position. So he's the player of the week. He made the play. He's a ball hawk. He's CJ 2.0. And yeah, he deserved that spot. And like I say, I need him to buck up a little bit because I don't need Patrick Mahomes, picking on the littlest man on our team and running them over. But that boy's a pit bull. He don't care. He came back with a ferocious hit on Hollywood Brown and also got Mahomes for a combined sack. So he is a pit bull, a ball hawk, and has salute that man because he deserves that player of the week. Now, going forward, on offense, of course, we have yet another play caller in Kevin Patullo. And no shots on her because we even gave Kellen Moore a hard time the first couple of games as we last year. So give him time to progress, learn offense, and also, like I said, they have to learn him. He have to learn them. And hopefully, if we make it back to the Super Bowl, he don't up and take the first job that's offered to him. Because vultures do come after you win that Super Bowl, which Kellen Moore could have put one more year in and win another Super Bowl. Kellen Moore could have probably could have picked any job he wanted to after that. He didn't have to go to the Saints now. The Saints is 0-2, ain't won a game yet. So, I mean, I wish Kellen Moore would have stayed at least one more year, but hey, now we got Kevin Patullo. He's been here a while, but it's a new play calling. So the route trees for the wide receivers have to get better. We have to design some plays over the middle and also some drag plays to get AJ involved and Smitty involved early. But I understand when you win the Super Bowl, teams are coming after you. They gearing up the box. They watching. They have all the tape in the world to watch how you played and Jalen's tendencies. But I think that's why Jalen's a little bit hesitant on pulling the trigger sometimes because they sending all that blitz, so he know how to beat that. He'll take off or drop it to Saquon. But also he don't want to put the ball in harm's way and hurt the team. So I understand that. But like I say, do whatever it takes. It is contribution over credit. That is the motto, and I definitely stand behind that because how many quarterbacks threw for 4,000 yards last year and they was at home during the playoffs when it got to the Super Bowl? How many quarterbacks? People, they're more concerned about their individual stats than what it takes to win in team ball. So the defense, as far as going forward, they just need to get more condition because Jalen Carter also he was out there. He was a little gas, and him and Vic Fangio had a talk about him getting in better shape so he can that was the first time him suiting up because he didn't play in the Dallas game. So yeah, he's going to be a little winded. It's like his first game. They didn't play in preseason none really. So Jalen Carter getting in condition. Jordan Davis looked like a beast out there. He was pass blocking. He was doing everything, plugging up the hole, blocking shots down the field. Jahad Campbell and Zach Bond, they are the linebacker duo that, one of the best in the league. And I know Vic Fangio is going to have a hard time when Jacoby Dean comes back. I think they just have to try to rotate him in slowly so he can get back acclimated to his position. And then, he'll just have more weapons to work with. If somebody get hurt or somebody get gassed, he can put Jacoby in and stuff like that. So I think we're real solid. We're going to be okay because it's always best to make corrections with the W versus with the L. Because when you win, you always can still go back, look at the film. We won, but let's clean this up. Let's clean that up. It's even more frustrating when you have to do that from the loser's seat. You know what I'm saying? So now we got the Rams next week. What are we going to do against the Rams? What are your score predictions for the Rams? I know I predict it's going to be a tight game. I'm predicting either 24-21 victory for us, 24-21 from a Jake Elliott last field goal that puts us up by 3 and defense holds in the fourth quarter, last minute of the fourth quarter, whatever. So 24-21 is what I'm predicting. And let me know your thoughts. Let me know your score predictions. Put it in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell to So when I put some out, you'll get the notification. But I appreciate you. See you next week against the Rams. And until then, let's go.